I'm Dan Galushan. Welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. We're going to be talking about a Feyachi Laser Sight today, one that I just received. It's a green one. They come in red and green. And we're going to see how that thing works. We're not going to be shooting it today. I'm going to show you what it's like and also how I'm going to install it and some of the guns that I'm going to be trying it on. And we may even try to adjust it. And I'll show you what I do when I adjust one of these. First off, let's get the sight itself out. Now, it's supposed to, it has a green dot, but it's supposed to be able, like in daylight, see it 50 meters. And at night, you're supposed to be able to see it 100 meters. That I don't know. I really haven't checked that out, but it is bright. I do think that it's going to work pretty good. It's got your instructions and stuff, of course, right here. And then this little cable here, I'll explain that in a minute. That's a charging cable, but a little bit different than you normally see. And put that there. The little tools are in here too, your wrench and that. And there's one that I really don't understand what it is. It looks like a guitar pick. I think it's supposed to be to use like a screwdriver for this. I wouldn't do that. It's too loose in there. Anyway, this is the laser sight itself. I'm very impressed with it, as I said so far. I have installed it and I've taken it off. There's things I like about the installation, how you do it. I just popped it out of place, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, popping it out of place here in a second. I've already got this unscrewed some. The button is right over here, and you want to take this back on a pistol anyway, as far back as you can to the trigger guard, so that these little buttons that's on either side, so you're ambidextrous on it, you touch those and that's what turns the sight on. You recharge it. It only takes an hour to recharge, and that's what I'm going to show you now on. It's a USB recharger, and see that thing? It's magnetic. Right down here, this is where it recharges. Just there, it just snaps in just like that. Now it's ready to plug into any USB port and charge. I've charged it. When you first get one, make sure that you charge it before you ever try using it, because mine was dead as a doornail. Now I'm going to show you on installing this, and what I'm going to use is a Ruger Security 9 at the moment, and we're going to shoot that eventually. Another Ruger pistol that we're going to do, and I haven't got it yet. It's a Security 380. I'm really anxious to get that gun, and this one may end up just on that one permanently. Now here's your rail, of course, and right here you unscrew this, but you'll notice here it's got a spring. See how that comes up and out? Alright, what I like about that is as you put this back here and you pick which notch on your Picatinny, and you see how that fits there? Okay, which one's it going to work on best? Probably this one right here. So I push that out, put it in like that, and it snaps right in place. Ready to go. Except for you got to tighten it down. Now you go ahead and you tighten the thing all the way down. But it's that simple. Now, you know, some of these that you get, you take the thing, you unscrew it, this plate may fall off or whatever. You got to hold it into place and all that sort of stuff. That thing's ready to go. Now, I'll turn it on. All you do, you can see my finger's right here. I turned it on. I don't want to flash you in the eye too much, but you may be able to see that, hopefully. And this thing's ready to go. Except, now what we're going to do, and well, first I'm going to tell you the guns. I'm going to turn this sight off. Just all I got to do is hit that and it's off. But we're going to use this one to show you how we adjust this. Here's one that I'm going to use. This is another Ruger. That magnet's so good it's stuck to my Ruger. This is a Ruger PC carbine. And we're going to mount it right up here. Now that's a long ways, I know, from your finger. So when you're going to shoot this, I'm just going to take my thumb, push it like this up, and then use it that way. But this is one of the guns we're going to use it on. Both of those, of course, are 9mm. Now, let's try a 22. And this is a GSG 16. It's put out with ATI. They're the ones that distribute it. But it's a German sport gun. And you'll notice I already have a Feyachi right up here. And this is a regular red and green, both, scope. And that's sighted in, so that's doing pretty good. So what I'm going to do is, I took all the rails off of this gun, as you can see. But I'm going to put the one on back here, and then I'm going to put that sight on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a double Feyachi. With this one with the red dot, or green, whichever I want to do. I'll take it, I'll sight it like this, and then I'll sight this one in, because I know this is all ready to go. And I'll sight this laser in, so it's putting it right on the same dot that I'm looking at here. That's what I'm going to be telling you about on adjusting it for that Security 9. Now this is a 22, of course. Now some others, because I want to try some air guns with this. And the two that I have selected is right here. This is an Umarex Beretta, and we're going to try that one. And the other one that I've got is right here, and this is a Gammo, and this is a PT85, and I have done very well with this one. This one is a pellet. It's got the double magazine like that. We've done reviews on this before, so I'm not going to go into that. But again, this has got the Picatinny rail right up here, and it should be able to come back to right about where I can punch the button on it. And this one is a BB. That one's a pellet, this one's a BB. So, and it's a regular bar magazine like that. So this is going to be, both of these are going to be air guns that we're going to do. And then, like I said, we're going to use those others. Those are all the 22 and the 2 9mm. And again, if I get that 380, that Security 380, we're definitely putting it on there to use. But now I'm going to show you how we're going to adjust this, because it will adjust for windage and elevation. The little Allen wrench, and I mean, I'll show you that. This is a tiny little son of a gun, but it'd have to be for that. You see it right here, so you got to look out you don't lose that. This thing, you can put this on your key ring or whatever, and it's a little paddle adjustment. And like I said, I think it's supposed to be used like screwdriver, but that has got, and I'll show you here on it, this has got such a wide, it's almost like for a penny or something. You can see the slot is very wide. I don't like to use, especially on my guns and stuff, well, really no screws. You don't want to use something that's a little bit too sloppy. You'll burr that. And I really think that is a little bit too sloppy, because it's very, very narrow, as you can see. And even putting it in with the plastic, see how wiggly it is? So use something that's a little bit stronger. And it's got a good knurl right on here. The knurls out here, you can grab those and tighten that pretty doggone easy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how I take it and adjust it, because the sights are already sighted in. I've shot this gun a lot. We've done reviews on it with tests and that, and you know, through the, oh geez, I don't know how many years I've had this one, but anyway, that's what we're going to do. So let's go over here and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, the first thing I want to do here is I'm going to try to get my windage so that that dot is back to right over the top of my open sight. I'm getting it on the can pretty good at this point. Right about there. Okay, now I'm going to take the elevation and move it to right about there, I think. Yeah. So now if I get down here at 10 yards and I pointed at that, need to bring it up maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that's about right. Right on. So if I've got that regular sight, open sight, pointed at that can right there, that dot, it looks like it's just a little bit low, don't it? You know, holding it like this is a little bit more difficult than what you think, because this should be in a regular here. Okay, I got it pointed at that can, and it's right in the middle of that logo. It's right close there, so it's just probably about 1/8 of an inch, maybe to the right of, or to the left actually. Right there. There, okay, if I fired that round, I'd probably hit that can, and the other is right on, but that can show you about how I'm adjusting it. All right, now I'm going to show you what I did. Here it is right here. This little green dot that you were watching down there, I took this, and this is your windage elevation, or right here, your windage adjustment. The wrench, and there are no clicks to this, so you're not going to hear anything. You're not even going to feel a click. That I wish they had done, is put some clicks in there. But so I'm not even going to turn this because I can hardly tell unless I'm really looking at it. But this is what you do. You put it in there. That's for the windage. And then for the elevation, that's down here. It's this little hole right in here. You can see where I got that put. Okay, that's where I was doing with the elevation. And as I said, what I was doing with it is I was lining, and I'll turn that dot on. Hopefully you can see this. I don't know if you will be able to or not. But I lined that dot up so that I was sighting right through here using my regular open sights. And I got that out there. I don't know if you can actually see that it's lined up or not. But of course this close, it's not. I didn't line it up for this close. But it should be pointing about the same anyway. And you ought to be able to see it on my hand. And if you can see right down there. And anyway, that's what I did, because I've been shooting this enough through the years that that's pretty much on. And here's a nice thing about it. Again, and I told you this before, it's ambidextrous. So that all I got to do is push it like that, and the light is off. And over here, you got the same sort of thing. So if you're left-handed, you got one over here. And again, what you want to do, when I showed you how to mount it, you want to take it and move it back as far as possible to that trigger guard, but not where it's going to get in your way either, so that you can push that button if you want it. And it's a nice lightweight sight. It really didn't add any weight to this gun at all. And I've already showed you the different things we're going to be doing. We're going to be shooting air guns, we're going to be shooting regular firearms and 22 and 9mm, and then hopefully that 380 that I was telling you about, that Security 380. I'm really anxious to get my hands on that new gun. And I think that this sight may team up with it great, but we're going to have to find out first how this thing actually works when we start shooting it. And we're going to be doing that in a few videos down the line. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.